Hello lovely ones, I'm Sheila Maria and welcome to Divine Abundance, and today I am going to be channeling a beautiful light being which is the Indian god Shiva. So I'm very excited to do this. He's got a very strong energy, and after that I'm going to give you some predictions. Okay, let's move into this. I am Shiva. You are looking outwards, beyond yourselves, at each other, at what is happening to each other, and yet you are not looking at what is happening to self. Many of you are in fear, and yet you are in denial that the event, the consequences, the chaos, the unknown, the uncontrollable, the unwanted is already upon you, because it is already within you. The reason you are noticing so much destruction, and there is a part of you wondering which regimes shall take the place of the ones that they have just taken over. Who will dominate next? Who will govern? Is because there are regimes, authorities within the self that have been fearful and manipulative of the soul's progress for too long, and they have crumbled, they have fallen, and you are wondering how you will be governed, how your future will be. And you look round for a leader. You look round and out and beyond for the answer, and you see omens and signs. You see warnings and predictions, and yet you refuse to look inwards and acknowledge yourself. Radiating out everything within your heart in the hope that this will be returned only replaces that pale hope with a disbelief that anyone cares about you, about your well-being, as much as you care about theirs. And so the more you radiate out the love, the compassion, but also the desperation, what you receive back is less. And this reinforces the belief that you need to give until you have nothing left in the pale hope that you will receive. Or you erect defences, facades of security, and you stay within those heavily barricaded walls, and you say, this is my kingdom, here I am king or queen. And yet it becomes a prison, the fortress designed to keep you secure and replenished and provided for, starts to infringe upon your natural desire for freedom and choice. And you find that as you are so well prepared, you stop interacting with the outside world, who seem to be somehow put off by your preparedness and by your apparent supplies. And so whether you are radiating out and out and out, and you are receiving less and less and less, or whether you are safely snuggled up within your castle, only to find that you are indeed alone, and that you are not receiving as much as you hoped you would, understand that neither of these is meant for you. You are part of an ocean, and this ocean has tides, and in some parts of the world the waves are high, and in some parts of the world the waters are warm and tranquil. But whichever side of the equator you are, whichever coastline that you wash up upon, inevitably what affects one affects the all. And so we would ask you to see yourself as the whole. See yourself as the whole of humanity. See yourself as the whole of the universe, the whole of the ocean. And what you do for yourself within yourself. Without doubt, without any other effort, becomes the whole. And so we advise you not to remain so static that you will not do anything new, that you will play it safe with what you have and where you are, that you hold on to every penny and every person with a claw-like grip, and you constantly have an eye on the future, and you are constantly on high alert. We also do not condone you pushing out, radiating out, healing, giving, saving, rescuing, sacrificing, slaving, only to find that there is only one trajectory and there is nothing coming back into you. We ask you to imagine that you have a small dwelling within a large landscape. This could be a forest. And this very small dwelling has but one entrance and one exit, and there are no barricades, there are no immediate threats, but there are no immediate resources either. And so you are very grateful for the supplies that you have, and you use these supplies with thought, and you light your fire to warm yourself at night. And the door of your dwelling is open and inviting. And yes, the walls do provide some sanctuary, but the smoke can be seen for miles. And you know this, and you know that you do not have to venture out far from your dwelling, far enough to collect firewood, far enough to hunt, and then you return. You light your fire again. And the signs of your inhabitants are obvious. And the smoke and the light from your dwelling draws towards you weary travellers looking to rest, looking to eat, and you share what you have. You do not meet them with a rifle. You do not insist on payment before you feed them, for you know that you have what you have, and you know that there will be more. And as a result of feeding and hosting the weary traveller, they share with you the supplies they have, and word spreads. And you start to forage a little bit further. You start to be more comfortable in different ways. You perhaps set up a smokery. Perhaps you set up a fishing station. And you are able to welcome more travellers. And you learn more skills that you implement within your dwelling. And as you do, you receive more from them, equal to what you give. And this is how a community, a society, is born and thrives. It is how the individual survives and thrives. So the work you do within, and by work we do not mean effort, we mean growth. And we do not mean hours of meditating upon a vision which is 1,000,000 miles away from where you are. We mean solidly reviewing your acceptance of what is. Solidly admitting to yourself what no longer serves. Solidly deciding to move forward, however uncomfortable you have become. And stubbornly refusing to stay stuck because your feet are planted right now. Whether you have had a good day or a bad day, a jubilant week or a sad week, whether you have had a prosperous month or a pitiful year, in terms of anything and everyone, when you awaken the next morning, you thank the universe for your day. And even if to your knowledge your day is hard and long, even if your bones ache and your heart hurts, even if your throat is raw from explaining or crying, even if your savings are meagre and food is scarce, you still give thanks. And because you cannot look at the future without fear, unless you convince yourself of a fantasy, you keep your mind busy and you keep your heart full. You become the keeper of the fire, adding logs to it, adding coal piece by piece. You become the forager and the hunter. You become the wise one who gives advice at night. You become the tracker. You become, within the moment, everything that you are. And as a result of this, your body grows strong in the now. You accept what is not. And you are grateful for what is. And you keep feeding that fire that nurtures your soul and warms your bones. You keep thanking the universe for this day and for this now. You keep going in the now. And your dwelling, your fire, burns brightly, strongly until you sleep. And that light can be seen. That strength can be felt. That presence will be sensed by those that are weary and need rest, and those that have something to trade, and those that have something to give. It is in this way, by becoming your own home, by giving yourself everything that you need, that the energy will spread. And in the most pragmatic way, your awareness, your self-worth, your self-care, your honesty, and your decision to move forward no matter how stuck you are, your decision to let go of what is not, however painful it may be, will act as a message to all that would give and receive to and from you. And this, my dear, is the essence of the divine within abundance. Do not allow your difficulties to stop you. Do not allow your emotions to slow you. There is only one movement, and that is more. There is always more, but it is always here, not there. We will provide for you, but you must move into the next now. We love you. Oh, I was faced that way. Okay, so, you know, there is a lot of fear at the moment about the future. And a lot of you are not feeling as though there is a lot that you can do. And it's really not about that. It is really about realizing what and who you are. Consciousness, the courage to carry on even when you want to give up. The courage to try again when you've failed 1,000,000 times. The courage to ask for help. The courage to do something new when everybody else is being safe. This is how abundance will come. You should be closing doors and opening new ones, but you have to close the old doors first, and then you only open the ones which scare you, and then you walk through, and as you walk through that new door, you become bigger, stronger, brighter. The universe brings it back to you. Freedom brings in abundance. If you want some help with this, my galactic healings are very, very powerful. What we do in a galactic healing is we work with your money generator, your wealth generator. We work with your higher self and your guides. We remove cloaking and invisibility so that the universe can see you. We remove agreements that you might have had for hundreds and thousands of years to only receive in very small amounts to what you give. We can also remove soul contracts that are preventing money from coming, financial contracts, money contracts, you name it, we do it. So the galactic healings are available through my website, SheilaMaria.com. For now, I want to say thank you for being with us. We love you very much. And if you enjoyed this, please would you like and share? Bye-bye, my darlings.